We have cabin A707 on Azura, and this is where you have all your information like the daily newspaper. It's a standard cabin on deck 12, Australia deck. Come inside. By the door you have a place for your key card, but any card will go in here to keep the electricity and the air conditioning working. You have your light switches, and then through here is the bathroom. In the bathroom you've got your large towels, some small towels, and then if there are more of you, as there are with us, there are more towels underneath, plus that's where you'll find your swimming towels for either at the beach or at the pools. There are 3 shelves in the bathroom for your toiletries, and they do provide some things. You get shampoo, you get body lotion, plus conditioner, and in the shower there is a shower gel. Also in the shower there's a washing line, which is really handy if you wash things through and you just want to dry them so they don't make the rest of the place wet. Opposite the bathroom you've got the hanging space wardrobe. No doors on this, which is really handy because you seem to be able to get more in. Now, as well as the wooden hangers that are provided, I always ask for extra hangers from the steward, and he gave us about 35 extra hangers, which has been really useful for hanging up all the clothes. In addition to that, there are shelves in this cupboard here, and that's also where you have the safe, which is a safe you put your own code into, so no worries about keys or cards on that. As well as a full-length mirror here by the door, there are also mirrors behind the beds, by the little table, and by the tea and coffee making facilities, so there's no problem about looking at yourself and checking you look okay before you go out. The beds we've got set as 2 single beds because we have bunks, and above us the children sleep in the 2 bunks. Now, what's excellent is that those bunks are put away as soon as we go to breakfast, and I must admit that when they're set up as bunks it's really quite tricky to get round the corner to get to the balcony, so you have to be careful. When you think that there are ladders here, it does restrict the movement. As well as the shelves, you've also got 2 bedside cabinets with 2 little chests of drawers and a little cubby hold in each. As well as the area vanity unit, which we use for computers, you've got a cupboard down here, and that's where the hairdryer is stored, and as you can see it's quite a big one compared with what you normally find in a cabin. There are 2 3-pin UK sockets, and one is always on, so that's really handy when you're charging stuff. Now, what we do is we do bring a 4-bar plug with us so we can charge everything that we need. In addition to that, you've got an American one here. Now, the telephone, as well as calling people like the reception desk, you can call anyone else on the ship. You just dial the number of the deck and the cabin number, and you can call friends and family who are in different cabins. The flat screen television in the cabin, if you have it on channel 1, not only does it have the actual course of the ship, which is interesting to follow, but every time the captain makes an announcement, it's actually put through on that television. Normally the captain's announcements don't come through the cabins unless it's really important, so it's handy to know when he's pointing out you're going past an interesting waterfall, for example, he will come out on this television. Now, you have tea and coffee making facilities, ice bucket which can be replenished every day by your steward, and in here, which is interesting for us, are the biscuits. Now, you get a packet of biscuits per person per day, and I suggest you actually take those out even if you don't want to eat them straight away, because they're really handy on shore excursions for a little nibble along the way. Obviously you've got your sugars, your teas, your coffees, everything you might need. Now, although this is fantastic, we actually like to order room service because it's a nicer cup of coffee, and for that there's no charge. You just pick up the phone and order it. You have a cupboard here, which is actually where the fridge is kept. Now, the fridge is great for storing the wine that you might bring on board, and there's no restriction there. We always like to bring on a carton of wine because it fits in nicely. They do provide you with P&O water, and you have a bottle per person for the cruise, so that's good to keep in there. Our cabin steward seems to have made a real effort with the children, and every time we come back there's another new creation with the towels, which is great, and the children love it. The standard balcony has 2 chairs, a table and a footstool. Now, we love our balcony. It's a great place to enjoy a cup of coffee and to enjoy the views. Now, our cabin on A deck is not overlooked, nor is the one on B deck, but on C deck they do stick out slightly so people can look down onto you on the cabin, and then on D deck they stick out that little bit more again.